You have this
Oh,
mission.
what is... Nah, not a good mission.
You are talking?
What do you require? Do you wish to take the job?
Retrieval mission. I don't like retrieval missions. They're always very tight on the time. Heading station. Doesn't really have anything we need. Would be nice if we had advanced satellites that we could just drop, but we weren't rich enough to start that yet. Although we are rich enough now, so just Rahola, how about you dock at the advanced satellite factory? I like that idea. I like that. You know what I like? I like dropping satellites everywhere. Alright, this sector's a disappointment. We're gonna leave it. I mean, it is a boron sector, so the disappointment was basically preordained. Oh, and I realized I haven't actually talked on stream about my week-long vacation in Shikoku that I had last week.
Dark waters.
I was on a bicycling trip for 7 days, and I enjoyed it a lot. Cycling basically all over Shikoku, which is the fourth of the major islands of Japan, and depending on how you count it, it's the smallest. Although some people apparently count Okinawa as one of the major islands.
System, dark waters.
In which case, you have 5 major islands, and Shikoku is only the 4th smallest. It's your favorite. Yeah, I was not at your dilapidation inn.
The space stations of the
But I did go to the same river. The Emerald River, yeah. And it does look really good. And there was like... Although the Emerald River Valley is a little bit more accessible. Like it actually has like this road going through.
XL Alpha.
I was on a bicycling trip, so we were like going around on bicycles. And there's actually a valley to the east of that. The Iya River Valley. Which the upper half is like inaccessible by tour bus. Like the roads are too small for large buses to get in. Which makes it like super remote.
And connection to local
And
trading network established.
I actually really enjoyed that. Right, they don't have any advanced satellites. I'm gonna jump you in a little bit later. But yeah, there's a...
Border control, Barracuda.
I don't have a slideshow prepared, so you're just gonna have to believe me that that river is really emerald. Also, yeah, the isolated, there's so many remote villages. There's also in the south, we went through another river valley, which is called the Shimanto River Valley. Also gorgeous. And there are just these tiny little towns that have like, I don't know how many people, 100, 200, 300. And for like 150 kilometers, they just are strung and strung and strung along this river valley, and there's like nothing else. Like, there's no major city. And there actually was a railway. Like...
Entering system, depths of silence.
I know, Jake, you saw the railway in the Oboke Gorge, along the Yoshino River. Along the Shimanto River, there's another railway, and there's 3 trains per day. 3. I don't know who decided to build a railway in a part that is so remote, but apparently the modern day Japan decided that, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense to actually run this train more than 3 times a day. So I wonder if that's even worth paying the upkeep on the train tracks, because I saw those train tracks. They're like going through mountains. They have like 1,000 different types of bridges, bridging over small rivers, large rivers, gorges, tunneling through the mountains right after a bridge, and then to the next bridge. Like, that is not a cheap railway line, having played railway games. Alright, any computer? No computer factory. What is the location name of these tracks? I don't know the name of the tracks. I don't know the name of the sen, yeah. Yeah, the river was called Shimanto. Shimanto. It's actually written, the name is actually written like 4 10,010. Shimanto. And that is like it's in the Kochi province in the southwest of Shikoku. It's like on the southwestern part. And yeah, I mean, it was gorgeous to run along on the bicycle. Also, I think this sector is a bust, so I'm gonna jump in our friend here. Gorgeous. Like, I don't know if the word gorge and gorgeous have the same origin, but in this case, it was like really fitting. Like, it was so beautiful.
Command accepted.
Yeah, it is even more remote. Yeah, it is not. That is the other valley. The valley that I meant is the Iya River Valley, and there's actually a place called the Valley of the Dolls, where there's a crazy old lady who lives in a village
Mercury.
where basically everybody has died or left for the city. And she basically was so sad about this. She started making like live human-sized dolls and dressed them in the old clothes of the people who had died and stuff, or like clothes she made herself, and put them up in the village so the village wouldn't feel so empty anymore. And nowadays it's like you can go there and it's so creepy. Like the school is like closed down, but you can go into the school, and in the classrooms there are stuffed school children and teachers. And you ride the little village, and at the village bus stop, which by the way is no longer served because this is a dead village, there are like stuffed dolls waiting for a bus that will never arrive. Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Impulse ray emitter transferred.
Least creepy Japanese village. Yeah, least creepy Japanese village.
Microchip.
Speaking of Japanese
transferred.
creepiness, in that Shimanto River, we slept at an Airbnb,
Dark waters.
and that Airbnb actually was an old elementary school that had been converted. And
Docking granted.
one of the 5 people that I traveled with, or like 4, we were 5 in total, is a Japanese person, and he was so scared.
System.
Like,
Dark waters.
he couldn't walk through the school
Reservoir of
to the bathroom
tranquility.
from our room at night because the idea of being in a school at night was so creepy to him because of all the horror stories that Japanese people have about like schools at night.
Jump device
Like,
charging at
we had to escort him to the bathroom. Yeah,
Entering system. Reservoir of tranquility.
like he explained it to me. He's like, I was just walking through there. I was like, yeah, it's a school at night. It's kind of rundown. It's not really made to be a place to sleep, but okay, it works. Yeah, the energy. And then he was like, no, I'm so scared. And then he was like pointing at, I don't know. There's like the point where the fire extinguishers are stored or something.
Wretched skies.
And there's like a dim red light that's always turned on so that you can find the fire extinguisher or something. And he's like, oh no, the dim red light. And then he's like, and then around the corner comes the creepy ghost. And it's like a dead girl with, I don't even remember. She's like completely white and she's dressed in, it's some kind of famous ghost that apparently lives in all of them. We were conversing mostly in English
Fate
because
lies desire.
we were 4 gaijin and 1 Japanese person, so yeah, mostly English. I wish I had more Japanese-only friends, but it's very hard to break into Japanese groups, especially in Tokyo. Because in Tokyo it's so easy to run into gaijin who will just drag you along. You have to try really hard not to get dragged into the gaijin bubble. Hanako-san, yes, Hanako-san. He was just like, I thought that was just a quaint joke, like Hanako-san, ha ha ha, but at least our Japanese friend was really, really scared. Like, literally, I cannot walk alone through the school's level of scared. I find that extremely amusing.
Entering system. Rise desire.
When I was like 7, my older sibling showed me the ring. That sounds like a fun older sibling. It freaked me out so much I didn't sleep for several... I didn't sleep. Wow. Made me terrified of TVs for a while. Yeah, I could see why. I was a really scaredy kid as well. So, I'm glad nobody showed me the ring. I don't think I would have been able to sleep either. Anyway, what are we doing? Like,
The split space
where are the...
stations are dark.
Oh, no, there's no computer components here. Yeah. Anyway, overall, I think we'd cycled like 800 kilometers in 7 days, or 6 days, or something like that. Pretty good.
Gate. Reese's Crusade.
My parents were kind enough to show me the film Twister right before the first trip to Florida. But maybe that was when you were older. Oh, hello, Bralix. You're back. I hope you're recovered, by the way. Am I sleepy? Nah, not yet. I think we have a time shift now. In an hour, I'll be sleepy.
Reese's Crusade.
I bet. No, Relix, I'm trying to power through these games, and I'm actually kind of failing right now because I'm not finding the computer components.
Station.
Oh, you're feeling way better. That's nice. Alright, we don't want this. How did we not scan the south gate on our way back there?
Jump device charging at 10%. 20.
Anyway,
Entering system.
it made me really appreciate going there by bicycle how remote Shikoku is, and that you need something self-propelled or like
Argon. High-tech
independent
transporter.
to really explore Shikoku. You can't rely on the public transport if you really want to see like
No aim.
the s-
Ministry of
the really
Finance.
small villages we're talking about. Because there are so many cute little villages. Yeah, and the roads are just great. Like, you'd think, oh, it's all remote, it's all gonna be crap, it's all gonna be like terrible road conditions, super narrow, super stressful. It was the opposite.
Ministry of
Like,
Finance.
Somebody told me Japan has boring equipment just lying around that needs to be used because they don't want, like, there's a company that has a politician who's paying them or something, I don't know. I totally believe that story now because the amount of tunnels you just go through that are just like, yeah, there's a mountain in the way, guess we're just making a tunnel, is insane. For like a super remote area with... I don't even know who's profiting from these tunnels, but the Japanese people are just... They're just putting that down there, and like, infrastructure, not a problem. It was super comfortable from that perspective. Watch out behind your vacuum. Also, hello, Block. I'm currently talking about Shikoku. And the great infrastructure of Japan, which is a thing you don't hear discussed as much, I think. But if you think of Japan,
Crystal Fab. M Alpha.
you shouldn't just think about Weep.
You are talking?
You could also think infrastructure. Infrastructure is actually a thing that Japan is really great at, and my trip to Shikoku made me really appreciate it. Like, not a problem. My next trip will be landing in Osaka and then just journeying around Shikoku. Yeah, that's not bad, although it will sadly mean that you will not have a visit with us here in Tokyo. Yeah, bike is tempting. You could motorbike. I mean, I wouldn't recommend bicycling, like as in really cycling, unless you're really into mountain bicycling, because you gotta go up some mountains there. It was rough. Oh, Weavery and train autism. Yeah, trains are popular there. Motorbiking also not great in a guild. Done it before. I have a very funny mental image. Motorbiking in a guild through the highlands. I can see it. I can see it. Speaking of Japan and train fandom, I recently did a test of the Japanese language proficiency test. It's in Japanese. It's called the Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken, because I'm practicing for the N2, and I actually already registered for a test in July. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna try my damn hardest. And when I was reading that, there was in the test, not the real test, the practice test, there was a section, like there's a reading comprehension section, and there was an example text about Japanese train fandom. And in Japanese, trains, like in general, are called tetsudo, which means like iron tracks, so basically railway. Which might be familiar to people who speak German, because in German it's also called Eisenbahn, so it's literally the iron is in the name. Tetsudo. And a train fan is a Tetsudo fan, but they call themselves different names depending on what kind of train fan you are. Because apparently there's different kinds of train fans. Also, we're in Trinity Sanctum already. Have you played any of those realistic sit-in train simulator arcade games? No, I have not. I have not seen them, although I will admit I'm not an arcade person that goes to the arcade a lot. But that sounds funny. So that the point would be that you would just sit there and you'd experience a train ride? I have taken special trains though. They're like special rare trains that the JR, the Japanese rail company, is using. Densha de go? I don't know. I don't know if that's if the arcade machines are called that. But they are so-called joyful trains, and I forgot the Japanese name for them. Which are like special trains that give you like nice views or are more comfortable. And I've been in one that goes from Tokyo, like from Ueno Station, to Izushimoda, which is a peninsula south of Tokyo with a nice beach. And there can be even trains where they like have special cars that have like all windows on both sides.
In the name of Priest Emperor Czar.
And the seating is arranged in such a way that that's like along the direction of the travel. So like imagine like you're directly sitting facing the windows. So facing the sides of the car and looking out, because you're in a special joyful ride. So you obviously want to see all the nice nature outside the window. Yeah, I love that. Anyway, back to the other thing. I learned that if you are such a person like me, that really likes to get on the train and ride the train, and that's like fun to you, and you would call yourself a train fan, apparently those people are called Noritetsu, because you like to ride on the train, which is Tetsudo Noru, like, or Densha o Noru, actually. Densha o Noru, like riding the train. So you're Noritetsu, a Nori iron, a riding iron. I don't even know. Like it's like an abbreviation that's not really meant to be translated. However, there are other people. Oh, hello, Kitty. welcome back? What did you do? Did you already stream X4? I don't even know. I assume maybe it failed.
Emperor's wisdom.
Unstreamable. Okay. I'm sad to hear that. I hope Jake can actually stream X4 then. But back to my story. I come to X4 streaming in a second. If you like take pictures of trains, that's a different kind of train fan, an entirely separate species, and those are called toritetsu. Why is Dark Young a mod on my channel? Also, hello Dark Young. I do not remember ever seeing you here or modding you. But okay, we're just gonna roll with it. I've always been okay. 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 No, I don't think this sector is anything for us. Let's go the other route.
Trinity Sanctum.
No more drunk streams. I want to finish my story about Japanese train fans. So there's Noritetsu, which are the ones that ride the trains. There's Toritetsu, because of Shashi no Toru, taking pictures. So those are the people who don't want to ride the trains. They just want to sit next to the tracks and just take pictures of all the trains and like catalog which train is going where and when. Like plane spotters, but for trains. Train spotters. And then the third type of train fan, Japanese train fan, that I learned from my practice test, and I'm totally gonna believe this, is the mama tetsu, which is the mothers of small children who like trains. And they either have to accompany their children on the train, so they're not actually train fans, or their children have now grown up, but while they were forced to accompany their children to the train, they started liking the trains themselves, and they became a train fan. Isn't that lovely that Japanese has developed names for all of these people? What if you want to take pictures while riding the trains? That is forbidden. That is not an allowed way to be a train fan. And you would not be accepted. You would be ostracized. So that's not allowed.
Paranid Military Gate. Emperor's Ridge.
Second or zeroth generation train enthusiast, yeah. There are even more. Okay, I only learned the 3. Then the test was too short. Please enlighten us, Shirokori. It's an entire industry. Yeah, I got the impression. I certainly got the impression.
Emperor's Ridge.
It's the typical thing where if Japanese people develop a hobby, they get so earnest about it. It's like it becomes their entire thing, and they have to like do it correctly. And they really invest in that.
Trading dock. This space station is highly advanced and
still no. I thought there might be a computer factory here. They go all in. They do go all in. Like no matter what they choose, they go all in on that thing. That becomes their persona, basically. You can't be a casual in anything in Japan. You either are or you aren't. You commit or you don't.
Gate Duke's Domain.
Have you ever seen British reenactors? I have actually not seen British reenactors. And I've also not seen British miniature wargamers. I mean, there certainly are certain types of hobbies in the West where people go all in, but I don't know, Japan just feels different.
Entering system, Duke's Domain.
I really feel like the Japanese mindset of really getting into something is a level above and beyond.
Gate Emperor. This space station is highly advanced and feasible.
We still haven't found any computer components. Yeah, Japan, very different.
Entering system, Emperor's Ridge.
Like,
Gate, Priest's Pity.
Even when hiking, I noticed this. You know, I'm a person, I like hiking. I don't feel like hiking is my persona. But when you go hiking, as a foreigner in Japan, you are the only person who isn't decked out from top to bottom in complete perfect hiking gear. Because in Japan, if you're a Japanese person, I feel like they don't like to go hiking without buying out everything the Mont Bell or the North Face has to offer. There's no try when it comes to trains. You either are below 1.5% slope or you are on crazy train. Oh. Another trading dock.
Is highly advanced.
It could have computer components. It does not. The computer plant. Oh, we have our goal, everyone. We have our goal. Just roll. I don't even know what I wanted you to do, but you're gonna jump, and we're gonna dock at the computer plant.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
I wish X4 was this smooth. Well, I'm sorry, Kitty. Did you try lowering all the settings? Did you try turning off RTX voice? Because that can be a resource hug if you are graphics card limited and if you are using any kind of GPU-based noise cancellation like RTX voice or I don't know. I forgot. AMD has another one right now, right? Right, take my microchips.
Microchips transferred.
Give me energy cells.
Energy cells transferred.
$105. It's not GPU. 105 GPU was being used to percentage. 10%. Ah, okay. What? Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Because if the answer was 105% were being used. Yeah. Okay, well, if it's not the GPU, then yeah, it's harder. Alright. We got a good bit of exploration done here. I mean, I could do more, but well, let's explore a little bit more of the Paranid sectors here. 100% CPU, yeah. Are you using CPU encoding when you are in OBS or whatever you're using? Oh, yeah, because if you use... You might want to switch to GPU encoding on the stream. Like, depending on what is running stronger or weaker. But I don't know your setup in general, so... If you're on an older gaming laptop or weaker CPU, it might just not work. I don't actually know if I can stream X4. That is eventually the plan, but... I haven't tested that either. Also, I should save for a bit here.
Entering
I haven't saved in a while. I haven't saved in 40 minutes. I've just been talking about Shikoku and Japanese train fans. Alright, let's at least explore Paranid Prime. Just Rahola, we need another 140. And I think we have everything now, right? It was 200 computer components, 50 microchips, 10 IREs. And if we look into the cargo hold of Chosra, we have 50 microchips, 10 IREs, and 200 computer components. Very good. What do you do from this in this game, apart from fly through portals? It's a space banner lord. Nah, I don't know. Occasionally the computer yells at us and we shoot it. Well, it is a German game, so there's a lot of trading. You can build your own stations to make trades. So actually every station in the game produces something, or basically everyone.
Impulse generator for this weapon.
So this one, for example, produces a weapon.
Impulse generator.
It uses these resources, and it can use secondary resources to increase the production. Secondary resources are mostly meant as a sink, so the economy is a little bit more stable. And energy cells, Soja Husk, and ore are produced in other stations. So, for example, I don't know. Well, here we don't have anything, but In the neighboring sector, there's, for example, the soyery, which produces the sojas from energy cells and soja beans. And the soja beans are produced in soy farms, which are... I'm sure we have a soy farm somewhere like here.
Soy farms are
And energy cells are produced, they're like the basis of everything. They're like in solar power plants. And so you can buy cheap, sell expensive, make money that way. You can trade, you can have multiple ships flying, you can take on missions, so there are different types of stations that will give you missions. Okay, this guy doesn't have a mission, he just wants to sell us his maps.
Gate Paranid Prime.
But I've played and showed off this game and everything you can do in it for hundreds of hours in the previous entry in the series, which was called X3 Terran Conflict. This one, I just want to play through and complete it for purely a kind of completionist urge that I have, an unhealthy obsession with wanting to stream and play through all of these games. It's like the Nitro Zelda marathon that took like several years to finish. This is my marathon. All right. Chosrohola, jump.
Docking granted. Command accepted.
All right. Are you gonna actually jump? Barb's Final Fantasy playthrough that includes all sites. Really? I had no idea. That sounds like self-harm. Although Final Fantasy is fun. I could have, if I had free time, I could totally see myself doing that. Just imagine.
Priest rings.
Just make yourself a project and say, oh, this year I'm gonna play through all of the Final Fantasy games. I don't know about including all the side games, but they aren't bad games. Although probably there are better games.
Gate Emperor Mines.
All right, we'll just keep exploring. Within 1 year, oof. I don't know. I just made that number up. Even the MMOs. Okay, no. Now we're into crazy territory. If you're doing a playthrough of all of the Final Fantasy games, you should not include the MMOs. I was on GPU encoding. Well, womp womp.
Entering system.
I mean,
Emperor Mines.
I already asked this, but did you lower all the settings?
Paranid Trading Dock.
Well, you can always live vicariously through Jake streaming X4. Surely Jake has a powerful rig. Also, hello Kaladin. It's not nice to enter the chat and say good riddance. Unless that is a greeting. A powerful... What did I say? What? What did I do? Oh, I think they scanned me. Good evening, Kaladin. I don't even know what I said to Jake, but... Is the word rig wrong in this context? No, you can call your computer like a rig. R-I-G, right? Oh, good riddance to kitty streams. Good. It's not. Okay. I don't know what Jake heard. I'm not sure I want to know what Jake heard.
At 10%. Entering system. Albion Gamma.
Alright, let's continue the
Accelerator.
Albion Prelude plotline. I believe this game has about 6 different plots or something. And this is the first one that we need to get over with.
Entering system Albion Beta.
3 energy
Johnson
cells.
solar power plant.
Yeah, I saw the civilization times are up. It's gonna be 7 a.m. I'm not gonna be able to join the first
behalf
one,
of our president and senator,
but I'm gonna be able to join the one that is on my Sunday, 7 a.m. So I'm gonna be able to join the second slot.
Albion Alpha.
Yeah. That is very kind of you, Kaladin. I will try to join the Sunday one. I mean, I plan to do that. So unless something comes up. Alright, Chosrao, you're hopefully about to... Oh, you're there, huh? Okay. Does one of us have to host? I mean, other people can host. In principle, at least. I mean, I didn't pick it. It's just I'm already busy on Saturday. So and tomorrow I want to go to this onsen in the evening. And then I want to sleep enough. I don't want to rush get up. So my Saturday morning is not so good. Alright, we're just gonna sit here and wait for the Chosrao to come in. There it is. And that's gonna give us more resources. Yeah, Kitty, just play all of the sessions, including the Civilization 6 session that I'm definitely not gonna join. I see Brelix is advertising his own streams. I sure hope he didn't all caps in the announcement channel over on J-Court. Sure would be a shame if he did. He didn't. Ah. That's kind of disappointing. I mean, it's good that he's learning. It's also disappointing. He mentioned me. And he's trying to steal all of you away with his pizza tower. But it's fine. If you enjoy Pizza Tower, head over there. I'm probably gonna raid him later, after I'm done. I'm not quite done yet here. Alright. Are you gonna deliver the goods? Or do I have to be in the ship? Maybe I have to be in the ship, so let's dock.
Successfully docked.
On behalf of our president and senator, the Argon Federation is honored to welcome you aboard.
Connection to local trading network established.
Come on, unload the ship. I have to trade with you? No, I can't even trade these things.
Thank you again, Sergeant. I have spoken with Commander Derrick regarding further work you can do for us. This research station is where we develop new drone technologies based on the terraformer and...
Oh no, this is bad news.
It was this technology which turned the war to our favor in the solar system and led to the Taurus over Earth being destroyed.
Oh no.
We are still running low on materials. We need several Xenon ships to continue our line of research.
No.
If you could acquire and deliver these ships to us, we will reward you with some of the technology we have been developing.
Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. I mean, this is bad on so many levels. I can't even verbalize it. All right, what will you want? You want a Xenon L. Okay. Guess we're hunting Xenon Ls now.
Jump device charging at 10%.
On behalf of its president and senator, America's happy to welcome you aboard. Yeah, the Argon Federation is kind of like America. Like Space America.
Military outpost. Successfully docked.
On behalf of our president and senator, the Argon Federation is honored to welcome you aboard.
Connection to local
Alright,
trading network
let's...
established.
What do I have? I have nothing really to sell. How are we gonna get a Xenon L? The Terrans are Space America. I don't think the Terrans are Space America. The Terrans are... The other weirdos are more like Space EU. I mean, at some point the comparisons kind of break down, so yeah. I mean, in the first game, the Argon Federation definitely has like a USA feeling to it. Whereas the,
Gate Xenon Sector 472.
Whereas the... I have to capture a Xenon L? That is not gonna be that easy. Whereas the Paranids feel like...
Xenon Sector 472.
Like Soviet Russia, because they're like... I mean, they're not really like Soviet Russia, because they're like very different in that they are like monarchy and religious, but in the kind of like, oh, there's a Cold War kind of standoffishness. Yeah, I know you have not played any of these games. A Hammerhead missile.
Closing. The Hammerhead is the...
I mean, there are some Xenon Elves, but I can't really fight in this sector. Oh, somebody's shooting very big shots at me. That's a Xenon Q. I hate Xenon Qs. No, it's not a single party state. It's, they're like a racist state. Because they think they're racially superior.
Missile closing.
And they revere three-dimensionality because they are a race of... I don't even know what they are. Arthropods? No, I mean they're like human-like.
Entering system finds abyss.
But they have 3 eyes in their head. And because of those 3 eyes, they consider themselves to be able to perceive three-dimensionality in the true form that mere 2-eyed individuals cannot. And they have like a weird kind of like religion going on. And they are led by a priest emperor, which is... It's a priest emperor czar. And they are very xenophobic.
Gate family.
And how am I gonna get a Xenon L? Ugh. That is not a nice mission to give. A priest emperor like Stalin? I don't know. It's never actually been expressed that the priest emperor is like a bad person. They just have a personality cult about him. How's the Kark density in this game? Kark density is pretty low right now.
Family NG.
Very, very low. Purge all the Kark? No, no, don't. And Where am I gonna get a... Where am I gonna get... Oh, the gate is damaged.
Gate.
Huh. Oh. I didn't know they destroyed some of the gates between the games. They're so annoying in X4. It's because you left them alive. I'm sorry. Actually, I tried my best to exterminate them. I did partake in Operation Final Fury. I tried my very best, but apparently we just killed one of their main hives, and they apparently were not all living in the same little station.
Escape.
So even though we killed that station, there are still more Karg around. Why you hanger? Wait, Nemiblab, don't just unilaterally declare this to be a place for losers. I do not consent to this, Nemiblab.
Entering system. Hila's Joy.
Ooh. I don't remember Hila's Joy being this pretty, but it probably was because I don't think they upgraded the backgrounds. Nimiblab is just being German. No. Germans are really cool. Like, if you're a German in Japan, oh, you're the game in town. I love Germans. If you're a gaijin and you tell them you're from America, oh, they'll be nice.
Ocean of fantasy.
But they'll be a pain in their heart. You tell them you're from one of the former Axis countries, and their eyes fill with joy. I'm only half joking. It's actually creepy how that is a real thing with, like, especially older Japanese people. Where they will suddenly start talking about World War II with you.
Entering system. Ocean of fantasy.
Which I'm pretty sure they're not really gonna do to Americans. At least not in the way that they talk to me about it. Ah, the joys of
Gate. Bluish snout.
old friendships. Not even like it wasn't even a real friendship. Yeah, I don't know. They're also real fans of Finland, and I put that down to the Moomins. But now that I think about it, Max, there's another connection that I hadn't considered.
Entering system. Bluish snout. Solar power plant. XL Alpha.
But yeah, Japanese people love Finland. Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, of course. You were never officially part of anything. I remember. Strictly just co-belligerents, not in any alliance. I agree. I remember. Fair enough.
Gate. Menelaus's paradise.
I don't know why they love Finland so much, if it's not the co-belligerency.
Menelaus's paradise.
Which honestly, I don't think they cared too much about the co-belligerency in this case. They just have such a positive image of Finland. Yeah, Moomins, Santa. I don't know if they associate Santa with Finland. But yeah, they love Moomins. Especially girls. Also, where's my exit gate here? Cheap flights to Helsinki? Yeah, that used to be a thing. It's currently not so much of a thing.
Ofu Chemical Lab. M Alpha.
Depression? Why are you suddenly quoting yourself? Depression?
Successfully docked.
Queen
Oh,
Atreus
oh,
and
it
the
was a
Kingdom of
responsive
Boron
boomer.
bid you a
Right.
peaceful welcome. It is good.
It's good to see friends aboard. Okay, let's try to get a Xenon L.
Xenon Sector 597.
Yeah, Twitch replies are messed up. Like, you always see the head of the... Like, you don't see who they're actually responding to, if what they're responding to was a response. I don't know. Twitch is... I don't know. We might all have to move from Twitch if Twitch keeps doing, like...
System, Xenon Sector 597.
Twitch does not feel like a healthy platform right now, does it? It feels like the development is kind of stuck. I don't know, the back end at least still seems stable. Like, we don't have like major outages. Knock on wood. But it does seem like there's no real development towards like better things. Now maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I would just hate everything they are thinking of.
Xenon L.
Also, 3 Xenon L. Let's try our luck on those. We need to capture one of these. One of them is already damaged for some reason.
Target is now in fire.
We're not actually happy, we just don't understand the words, so we say we are. Oh, that's about the Finnish people. No, 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 no. Don't do that to me.
Xenon L. Alert. Missile closing. Alert. Missile
Ouch.
closing. You are hurricane missile.
Don't hurricane me, please.
Xenon L.
I can't reach Chant right now, I need to actually fight those Xenon L. And hope that this one gives up. Give up! Come on, give up.
Alert.
Become
Missile
mine.
closing.
Become part of my fleet. Become part of my fleet. Ouch, this hurts. Okay.
Closing.
I don't think you are gonna become part of my fleet.
No aim. Rapier missile. Wasp missile. Cargo bay now contains Wasp missile. Cargo bay now contains Rapier missile.
I still get ads, so they must be able to move money from their sub income to pay themselves for Amazon ads. Yeah, the fact that they pay themselves for Amazon ads, it's kind of
Aurora
funny.
missile.
We'd all like a Xenon fleet. I mean, I don't need a Xenon fleet. I just need specifically a Xenon L for this mission.
Aurora missile. Cargo bay now contains Aurora miss. Cargo bay now contains
Okay.
Windstalker missile.
Holy smoke, that is
Xenon I.
that is a big boy. What the hell is a Xenon Eye?
This powerful destroyer has not been seen anywhere before. It closely follows the standard Xenon design principles and appears to be a direct response to recent developments in the super heavy destroyer field.
Xenon Eye. There's a lot of guns.
Alert, missile closing.
Oh yeah, the Xenon QoOS is really strong. Also Xenon attacking. I wish I had some Xenon L to shoot at here. There's a Xenon station as well. Okay. That must have been a powerful missile. I'm glad I just saved, but what the hell was that? I need to watch those missiles. Also, yeah, here you can see the gamepad controls. I don't know which madman is gonna try to play this on a gamepad, but... Is that a Hornet?
Tempest missile.
No, it's a Tempest. Tempest is that strong?
Target is now in firing range.
Oh, we're just stacked.
Tempest missile.
Oh, Tempest missiles are fast. Oh, it's so maneuverable.
No aim.
Okay, we got it.
Alert. Missile closing.
Well, they will just keep spamming me.
Xenon L.
Okay, there's a Xenon L over at the Q group. That's not gonna be a good time either. Because that's a Xenon Q. Ideally, I would like them to separate out. I do not want to fight a Xenon Cube. Or, more precisely, I cannot fight a Xenon Cube. They look really impressive how they're swarming me, but I would like them not to swarm me. Also, that high-pitched noise is the proximity alert for missiles.
Tempest
Sorry.
missile.
I'm gonna try to remove that by shooting down these missiles.
No alert. Missile closing.
But the second you destroy all the missiles, they just send in more. There is a gate back there. Let's try to get to the gate. The Xenon Q has come in range. Not a fun time to be alive. What's the speed on the Q?
Xenon Q.
113, that's not that slow. You gotta get out of range of the Q, or I can do more. Still shooting us, even though it's not really hitting. Time to board a Q. Yeah, no. How about no? I don't think we boarded a Q in Terran Conflict, but also we boarded so much nonsense in Terran Conflict. It's easy. I don't think it's easy. Boarding is never easy. Okay, we are basically dead. Goodbye. Oh, please. Okay, I need to load this. Alright, this sector is not good for our survival. But I need Xenon L. Ugh. Alright, let's jump back to Menelaus' Paradise.
Device charging at 10%. Entering system, Menelaus' Paradise.
Sadly, there is no way to deterministically capture a ship as far as I'm aware of, like a Xenon L. I miss all our TC fleets and wealth. I do too. Also in Terran Conflict, we had lots of Xenon Ls just lying around from just random luck getting us them.